Oh, yes, I was thinking about that prayer. So, when you issue court orders and then you obligate somebody to have to purchase a service, yes, and any treatment if recommended, without giving them the right to not consent to what you're requesting as a court. See, it involves me having to pay somebody to do this mental health evaluation that you've obligated me for numerous times when I wasn't in Sequim, Washington, and you did know that, didn't you? I wasn't in Brennan, Washington, and I didn't email any of Heidi's coworkers. Ooch. And then you decide to change the court date where I'm not available, and then my public defender is going to call me sometime and say, "Well, Paul, we changed the date," and I'd say, "Well, that doesn't work for me," and he's like, "No, you have to be there," and then I have to tell my employer that I'm going to lose my job. Now, this hardship that a lot of those in judiciaries like to cause the citizens, you're being real hard nosed today, aren't you? Because you're fucking in control of every fucking thing that goes on, isn't that right? Now, you've obstructed me from suing you and having you put in prison because of your refusal to enforce the civil rights laws. Yes. Well, let's say that I'm feeling like praying today. And did they do any breast self exams? Because I thought your shit that you were putting in their bodies was causing breast cancer, ooch, or lumps in the breast. And all of a sudden they've got to call their doctor, ooch. Now, how many physicians like feeling the tits of every woman all day long because your fucking shit causes cancer? Now, yesterday I said that I was going to sue those that were having to sew in because they had to be on them, because they had to have the tits of every woman. Pooch! But I'm really kind of pissed off today that you didn't realize that this whole Affordable Care Act, yes, when you're homeless, right, I am not obligated to be employed. Do you understand that? As an American citizen, homelessness is a liberty, life, liberty, and property. I have the right to not own any property. Yes, I have the right to live my life the way I want to without government invasion. Chooch. Now, when you think about probation, because you're going to make me appear in court or you're going to issue a failure to appear and then you're going to arrest me and you're going to put me in Jefferson County Jail. Oh, and then you're going to put me in a mental institution and involuntarily prescribe psychotropic medication, where you're going to involuntarily enroll me in Medicaid to pay for all this, and then you're going to have me stand trial for the 2-count criminal complaint where I wasn't in Brennan, and I didn't email any co-workers in the Brennan School District. Yes. And then what you're going to do is you're going to find me guilty of violating the laws when I have told you that I didn't commit any crimes. And then what's going to happen is I'm going to be on probation for a year. Pooch! Why don't you give me every fucking probation officer in the United States for the last 40 years? I'd like to know who the fuck they are. And then for every individual that got tried and was convicted of a crime that did 5 days in jail and had to go through restoration or didn't have to go through restoration, did the probation officer have to sew in the judicial system so as to cause some sort of lumps in the tits of those that are women? And then for all of those that had to go on Medicaid because they were convicted of a crime and they had to have some sort of psychological treatment for the rest of their fucking lives, I'd like to know, the Affordable Care Act, is that how that was designed? Now, I know you're upset today, okay? But as the American citizen that does know my rights and I do know what you have the right to do, is there any possible way that you could enforce the laws? Because I'm really starting to get fucking pissed off.